Good morning and welcome back in. Well, when investing, we certainly want our money to work for us and be able to get the best return possible. A Roth conversion could be one of the answers. Marshall Clay with the Welch Group, one of our experts we use regularly here on Good Day, joins us now to talk about that. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so first explain what a Roth IRA is.
Yeah, so the Roth IRA is sort of the crown jewel of investing. You want to get as much money into a Roth IRA as you possibly can. And the reason for that is those accounts grow tax-free, and there's no required minimum distributions or any sort of law that mandates that you pull that money out of those accounts while you're alive.
So is that good for anyone to invest in, or a certain?
It is, but it depends on tax brackets, right?
Okay.
So the government limits how much you can put directly into a traditional Roth IRA. There are some Roth 401ks that you can put a little bit more money in there. And so it depends on your tax bracket. So if you're making a lot of money, oftentimes I recommend people go the traditional IRA route or the traditional 401k route. Because to get money into the Roth, you have to pay taxes up front, and that's what we're talking about this morning.
Okay.
And I think that's why it's often underutilized, because it's really a near to long-term play to save money on taxes in the future.
So how does the conversion work?
So essentially, you're putting money into the traditional IRA, the traditional 401k, and you're getting that tax deduction on the front end. So if you can pull that money out of those IRAs or Roth 401ks at a lower tax bracket than you may otherwise have to pay in the future, it would be advantageous to go ahead and do this. And so when would this potentially be the case?
Right.
So let's say you're a retiree and you just left your work, and you're saying, well, look, my income has dropped from a fairly high level down to a really low level, and I still have several years before I reach required minimum distribution age, say age 72. So during those void years where you don't have a lot of income, you can get money out of the IRA, transfer it to the Roth IRA, pay very little tax, pay in those bottom two tax brackets, and that will potentially avoid you paying more taxes in the future when the government comes in and says, look, you can't control how much you pull out of these IRAs. You have to take out what we want you to pull out.
So it's a timing thing.
It's a timing thing, and so you're essentially avoiding paying a large amount of taxes in the future by paying a smaller amount of taxes up front. That's why it's underutilized. It's not instant gratification. I know we always want instant gratification, but this is more of a longer term play.
So somebody watching right now are saying, yeah, it is confusing. We all know we're not investors. We trust. That's why we have people to handle it for us sometimes. So if you have someone who handles your investments, what do you say to them when you want to talk about this?
Yeah, the first question is, look, I heard somebody talk about this on television, and I'm wondering if this is appropriate for me. And so it's not appropriate for everybody. So definitely get with your financial advisor, your accountant, to see if it's appropriate for your specific case facts. The last thing I'll mention is, most people don't think about their heirs, but if you've accumulated a large amount of money in these pre-tax accounts, when you or your spouse pass away, that money's going to go to them. And based on a law change a couple of years ago, all of that money that's never been taxed has to come out of those accounts within 10 years. So let's say hypothetically you're fortunate enough to save $500,000 to $1 million in these pre-tax IRAs. Well, that entire amount of money has to come out within 10 years, and it all gets taxed at ordinary income rates.
Wow.
So if your heirs are making money, it's going to catapult them into much higher tax brackets. So that's why these strategies, again, there's no instant gratification here, but it's a strategy that you can implement, potentially save you and your family a large amount of money on taxes.
It's a nice problem to have if you have those kind of investments, but you want to be wise because you worked hard to have those kind of investments.
Absolutely, but get with your financial advisor, your accountant, see if it's an appropriate strategy for you.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good to see you.